Hello guys, you alright? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing something a little bit different to usual. I've got access to a couple of different cars to drive at the moment. They are EV vehicles, which is not something I've previously had any interest in. I like a combustion engine, I like a petrol or diesel vehicle. But we're going to do a little bit of a review on them while I've got them. I've got access to drive them for a few days, so we're going to make the most of it. I'm going to give you a real life kind of review. I don't know all the details and specs about the vehicles, so it's not going to be like the kind of reviews that you would get from some of the bigger channels, but I'll tell you my personal opinion of the vehicle and what I think it's like to own as a kind of family car. The vehicle that we're going to be reviewing today is the Genesis GV60. This is a crossover model or crossover SUV type vehicle. It's a lovely little car actually. I'm very impressed with it. More impressed than I thought I would be, as I'm not a fan of EVs and never have had any interest in EVs previously. However, this one is actually pleasantly quite nice. I've been driving a Volkswagen ID.4 recently, and this is a lot better than the Volkswagen. Let me show you inside it. Okay, here we are guys, inside the GV60. I'm going to turn it on so you can see the screens. It's got two 12.3-inch screens on the dashboard. The thing that I think is very nice about this vehicle actually is my crystal ball just turned over to give me access to the gear stick. I asked it a little bit about the future earlier, it's got all that information. This car here, the thing I found with the Volkswagen ID.4 is that when you're driving and you're in position, you're constantly trying to reach for the touchscreen to control everything. In this vehicle here, you actually have controls, normal manual controls. So you've got the touch wheel, which has got a trackpad on the top of it. You've got the back, home buttons, menus, volume controls for your stereo, tuning options here. The other thing that I really like about this is that the heating system is all actual real buttons. I do like that. It's a little bit awkward in some of the other vehicles that I've driven where you have to control the heating systems through the touchscreen. So this one's very nice, again, for the heated seats and air-conditioned seats, because this one's actually got air-conditioned seats as well. It's a physical button. We've got a heated steering wheel, auto hold, and then parking modes. So this vehicle's got 360 cameras. It's got a front camera, rear camera that I can display all separately on the dashboard whilst driving or whilst parking the vehicle, which is very nice. It's got Android Auto. It's got pretty much everything that you would expect from one of these kind of higher end cars. I think that what Hyundai have done with this car is very good. I think that this kind of puts it up there with some of the higher spec models. Definitely would compare it to those Teslas that are very popular out there. I think that this probably is easily on par with them. The one that I'm driving at the moment is the sports model, or pure sport model. So I believe this one's 490 horsepower, giving you a 0 to 60 time of around 4 seconds. Additionally, I'm getting around 289 miles out of one charge, which is again a lot better than what I'm getting out of the Volkswagen ID.4. Guys, we'll show you in the back as well. So for a small crossover, it looks like a small vehicle from outside. Obviously, getting inside, I'm 6'1", and the best part of 110, 112 kilos, and look at the amount of leg room I've got. The only thing I do find is that obviously with the floor being slightly higher, I've got this kind of increased leg shape, but I've got lots of headroom in here, electric windows. Another thing that I really like about this vehicle is that you've got 4 separate electric window buttons for the driver, whereas a lot of the newer cars, they've kind of gone to this 2 buttons and you need to select either front or back, which I find a little bit awkward, let's say, in the Volkswagen ID.4 that I've been driving. This one's very nice. I've got 2 charger ports down here for the people in the back, nice big bucket down here for storage, and obviously vents here. It's got dual zone climate control in the vehicle, plenty of room for a family of 4, comfortable journey. It's got heated seats in the back of the vehicle as well, which is a nice option. Kids are always complaining that they haven't got the heated seats in the back, so having the heated seats in the back of this one is a very nice option. An additional thing that I never mentioned is that this one has a kind of massage function. They call it a stretch, but it's kind of like a massage function. So when you've been driving the vehicle for an hour, the driver's seat gives you a massage after an hour to just kind of stretch you out, stretches your bum, and then it stretches your lower back, upper back, which is quite nice. There's a function on the side as well where you can press the button. It lays the seat down and then you can put it kind of into that massage or stretch mode, which is a very nice option as well. Again, in the rear, Oh, the windows are off, but we've got electric. We've got manual blinds, which is a nice option for the kids. Would look a bit better if I could put them up, but there we go. Which is a nice option to have when you've got young children in the back of the car. But yeah, just all round, it's a very nice car. Plenty of legroom, plenty of space for the family. Okay, guys. Next, I'm going to show you the boot. You're going to have to ignore my stuff in the boot because I have been using this vehicle for the last few days as a family car to just see what it was like in real life situations. So it's full. It's got my son's boxing stuff in there, coats and stuff. Let's hide the logo. So this has got a 453 litre boot. Plenty of space for small family or young family. Be able to get a buggy in there. As you can see, I've got my rucksack, jackets, and gym bag in now. Got the electric closing and opening functions on it, along with the locking function, so I can lock the car from here and wander off and leave the car, which is a nice option. It's nice to have the electric boot as well. I know it's not a critical thing, but it is nice to have it. The Volkswagen that I'm driving at the moment doesn't have that option. Another little nice function, and it's just something that they've put on this car. It doesn't actually mean anything. On the Volkswagen, it's just got a manual flap, but this one actually has a digital flap for the charging, and it gives you a digital display to show you how the charge is progressing, whereas the Volkswagen only shows you the green light. So it's nice to have that. There we go. Another nice little function. It's just something that they've put on there. It's quirky, it's nice. Genesis written on all of the brake pads, brake calipers I should say, which is again a nice little option. The handles are very nice to use, smooth. Don't think we need to talk about the handles. The handles are just handles, but here we go. All round, I think it's a very nice car. We'll go for a little drive in it quickly and show you some of the functions around some of the cameras, and the use of the side cameras is a nice function that every time you indicate right or left, a little bubble comes up on the dashboard to show you down the side of the car, so you can see those blind spots, you can see the curve as you're moving over, that kind of thing. Here we go, look guys. So indicating to turn right, I get this little side view of the vehicle, shows me down the side of the vehicle, I can see the blind spots on the car, which is nice. Again, if you do it on the left, indicate left, it moves over to the left hand side. I've also got the option to put the front cameras on and give me a view of the road ahead and how we're progressing down that road. Rude, I said that a little bit Scottish, didn't I? It's got a lovely sound system on it as well. I won't blare it because it'll just sound like loud music to you guys on the camera, but a very nice sound system. I don't like too much about the sound system, but it's good. Another function is when you stick it into sports mode, it's got adaptive seats, so as I press sports, the side bolsters come out and grip you like as if you're in a racing chair, which is a nice function as well. Yep. Go. Smooth to drive, very smooth. It's got lovely steering on it. Again, it's a lot nicer to drive than the Volkswagen, and I'm not doing the Volkswagen justice. It's probably it is a nice car, but the range that I get on it and the functionality of it is just not as good as this. This is a lot better car. I think it's a little bit more expensive. I'll have a look into the difference in prices, but this is just a nice car all round. Here we go. Just selected here your 360 cameras and your reverse camera. I can put the front camera on there, so you've got visibility of all around the car, and that's just active or selectable by me. Heated steering wheel is a lovely function for these cold days at the moment. You can see from the clips when we've been outside that it's cold, wet and miserable outside. So that's been quite a nice function to have in the mornings on the way to work. So all round I just think this is a good car. It's a good family car. I think it's definitely a car that I would recommend to people. One of the next cars that we're going to be test driving is the new Mercedes CLA. So we'll get you a video on that soon. I think that will be heads and shoulders above this one. It's got a range of 482 miles versus the 289 that I'm getting on this. So massive difference in range. And we've got one more car which we'll be looking at, which is a Lexus RZ. I don't know too much details about that one yet, but we'll have a look into it. Another little thing on here that my son loves is if you go into your Android Auto, you've got a few games on there to play. So if you're parked up, you've got time to waste ever. Got a selection of apps that you can choose from, and you can go into Game Shack, and you've got a selection of games here, so that keeps my son entertained. We're kind of battling our way through that and trying to get the highest score between us. And that's it pretty much. There's not much really else to tell you about this one. All in all, I would probably give it, if I was giving it a score out of 10, I would probably give it maybe a 6 or 7 out of 10. It's a nice car, nice to drive, very smooth. Like I say, having the functionality of all the buttons and the normal analog type controls for the system and the stereo and the screens and everything is very nice. And I really like having the 4 buttons for the windows. I think that's a feature that I miss when I'm driving a Volkswagen. The Mercedes again has that same function where you have to select front or rear. Alright guys, thank you for watching today. If you like the content that we're putting out there at the moment, please like and subscribe or give us a follow. I know it's a little bit different to what we normally do with the journey that we're trying to go on with buying and selling the cars and trading our way up. It's a little bit slow at the moment. We're in January, people are not really buying. There's not much interest at the moment, so we are a little bit static with that, and I've got access to drive these vehicles, so we thought we'd do these videos. If you like them, let us know what you think. Thank you very much, guys.